Exodus chapter 3 verses 1 to 8, and 13 to 15. Moses encounters God in the burning bush. When the Israelites ask my name, tell them, I am sent me to you. Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian. Leading the flock across the desert, he came to Horeb, the mountain of God. There an angel of the Lord appeared to Moses in fire flaming out of a bush. As he looked on, he was surprised to see that the bush, though on fire, was not consumed. So Moses decided, I must go over to look at this remarkable sight and see why the bush is not burned. When the Lord saw him coming to look at it more closely, God called out to him from the bush, Moses! Moses! He answered, Here I am. God said, Come no nearer. Remove the sandals from your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. I am the God of your fathers, he continued, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look at God. But the Lord said, I have witnessed the affliction of my people in Egypt and have heard their cry of complaint against their slave drivers, so I know well what they are suffering. Therefore, I have come down to rescue them from the hands of the Egyptians and lead them out of that land into a good and spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey. Moses said to God, But when I go to the Israelites and say to them, The God of your fathers has sent me to you, if they ask me, What is his name, what am I to tell them? God replied, I am, I who am. Then he added, This is what you shall tell the Israelites, I am sent me to you. God spoke further to Moses, Thus shall you say to the Israelites, The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, thus am I to be remembered through all generations. Moses was raised in the Egyptian royal family as a prince, and thus avoided death as a Hebrew baby. This reading places him in the position of a Midianite shepherd, who had killed an Egyptian soldier to ease the pain being inflicted on his fellow Hebrew. It brings new meaning to the saying, from a prince to a pauper. He had gone from being served by others, to a man who became the servant of others. In Genesis chapter 46 verse 34 we read, All shepherds are abhorrent to the Egyptians. In 2009, we saw this situation repeated in many households. High positions and salaries gave way to overqualified people serving others instead of being served. 2009 was marked with a sharp downturn in the economy but an increase in humility. Mount Horeb is considered by some as a lower part of Mount Sinai, a place where you would start your ascent to the mountain peak. Moses was not only at the bottom of the mountain, he was also at the bottom of society. In the not-too-distant future, he would begin a trip, an exodus, that would lead him to re-establish the respect he once had as an Egyptian prince. With God's direction, Moses would become the savior of the Hebrew people. God spoke to Moses in a most unusual way, from a bush that appeared to be on fire but was not consumed by the flames. God also speaks to us in unusual ways. Maybe a child pointed out an area of our life that needs correction. At that point, the child would be like Moses, the mouthpiece of the Lord. Moses was told to remove his sandals because it was a sign of respect, a humbling of oneself toward a superior, in this case, God. The Egyptians had many gods with many different names, so it was natural for Moses, who was raised as an Egyptian, to ask God for his name. I am who I am, describes God's eternal power and unchangeable character. The God who appeared to Moses is the same God of stability and security who watches over us today. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Do not be led away by diverse and strange teachings, for it is well that the heart be strengthened by grace. I am who I am today, because of the choices I made yesterday. Eleanor Roosevelt.